sure use some help.
I see that.
Are you the sheriff?
Pat Garrett. Who turned a job like this over to you girls?
Uncle Silas. He's laid up and we're just helping.
Silas?
Silas Metcalf. We're new around here. Our place is just over that ridge, and we thought to save time by going through here.
Oh. All right, swing her open. I'll run them through for you.
Hey, that's a beautiful horse you got there. You sure can't handle her.
Thank you. I'll take care of the gate.
I don't know what we would have done without you.
It's mighty good-looking stock you have there. Looks like they're well taken care of. That's Sorrel. Your uncle buy him around here?
I don't think so.
Seems to me I've seen those markings somewhere before.
Yeah!
Hey! Hold on! Stop it!
Sheriff. I was told you'd be here early.
What is it, Hank?
Horse thieves. 5 head were run off my place last night. I ain't the only one that's lost stock lately. Just in the last month, Fletcher lost 2 head. They got away with 3 from old man Hull.
I'll look into it, Hank.
I got an idea who it is. Some squatters moved in on the old Simpson place. A man named McBean. He's got 2 daughters. Ever met him?
Yeah, might be.
Pretty young things, ain't they? Well, it ain't the old man. A couple of us checked on him. He never left his place, but them girls did. I think he's forced them into horse thieving.
I'll rent a horse and ride out to McBean's place.
Rent a horse?
Morning, Sheriff. Bring your horse on in. Billy here does his own shoeing. He's good as any smith.
I want to rent a horse.
You got a horse.
I'm in a hurry, Dan.
Oh, you lose yours? Or somebody steal it?
Them girls.
Girls?
They get your horse, Pat? Oh, they're tricky. There's no doubt about it.
What girls?
Now they're teens. But that don't mean they ain't as clever as it comes.
You mean 2 little girls stole your horse, Patrick?
Dan, I'm in a hurry.
Listen, I'll help you round up a posse. They might get rough. Well, I mean, the 2 of them.
Billy, if you're finished shoeing your horse, you better hurry on back to Tundle's ranch. If you keep hanging around here, you'll be arrested for loitering.
No, I'm just trying to help out.
Hank, I'll get your horses back, but I don't need any more help from you now, so go on home.
Well, Pat,
You're loitering, Billy.
Found your horse up the street.
Are you sure?
Right around the corner. Maybe they got scared. Being your horse. I just brought it back.
Stop, thief! I'll shoot! Well, that's my horse. Somebody get the sheriff.
I am the sheriff. And this is my horse.
I got a bill of sale right here. Bought him this morning.
The horse was stolen.
Oh, no. Bought it from two nice young girls. They raised it from a colt. Nearly broke their hearts to sell him, but their poor old mother was sick and they needed money for a doctor.
I'm sorry, mister. These people will tell you this horse belongs to me.
They stole him from you?
The sheriff's had a pretty hard day, mister. I wouldn't ask too many questions.
You'll get your money back. Billy?
No, just heading back to Tundle's. I'll turn off the road up here, please. I think I want a lowering charge added to my record.
Wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up.
Have one little drink and they throw you in the gallows. I could sue. False arrest.
You're not in jail, but if you don't give me some answers, you will be.
You get a warrant?
No.
Well, a man owns his castle. Now, I read that in a book once. Oh, you ain't talking to no ignoramus.
You McBean?
Yeah.
We don't like horse thieves in this county.
I never stole any horses. Anyone says that's lying.
Where are your girls?
I don't know. I just can't keep track of them. Why? They done something?
Mm-hmm.
Them wildcats. Their ma died when they was just youngins. I've been both ma and pa to them, but they just naturally ain't no good. Bringing shame and disgrace to their poor old daddy.
Where are the horses?
You try to give youngins a proper upbringing, but they just ain't got no respect for their elders these days. Say, you thought I knowed what they was doing, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'd nothing to do with it. But I seen this a-coming, and I warned them, but they never been content to live like decent folks. Always wanting to buy them store-bought G-Jaws and easy money just led them astray.
More likely you put them up to it.
Oh, if you ever met my girls, you'd know that nobody had ever had to put them up to nothing.
Yeah. And they're the ones I want. They'll be coming back here?
They always turn up at eating time.
Unless they see my horse.
Well, there's a shed outside, Sheriff.
Good.
Sheriff, I ain't one to turn against family. Kind of ideals I got. But them gals have got to be taught a lesson. That's the sheriff. He's come to get you and I'm helping. Sheriff, this one's May and that one's June. They're my name.
But, Pa, we ain't done nothing.
What you got there?
Nothing.
Well, that's me.
But we ain't never had nothing like that before.
You squander your money and things that ain't meant for you while your poor old daddy ain't hardly get enough to eat. Take him, Sheriff.
But, Pa, he'll put us in jail.
Maybe not. The judge might understand the circumstances.
You ain't fooling us. We ain't going nowhere with you.
Throw a rope on a heifer, goes where you go.
Well, you can't do that, Pa. You can't do that.
Now, see here. Now, you tell the sheriff what you done with them horses, and he'll make it easier for you, like you said. Sheriff, they wouldn't hang him for horse stealing, would they? Oh, folks would sure get a bad impression about McBeans.
Yeah! Come on, get up! I'll fall off if you try to chase her. You'll never catch her. You never would have caught me.
Telling the two of you for the last time, behave.
No.
No more tricks. You'll hurt yourself.
Oh, my back. Where I fell.
It didn't hurt you any before now.
I wouldn't admit it to you.
We'll have a doctor look at it when we get into town.
She's hurt. Don't torture her.
Come on out.
I was following some Mavericks, Patrick. I thought maybe they strayed over this. But now, you don't want me around. You just say the word.
No. I'm glad you came along, Billy. I can use some help. This one claims her back's hurt. I'll need a wagon to drive him back into town. Fletcher's place is just 2 miles down the road. He'll let me have one. They're tied up good. They can't get away, but watch them. I'll only be a little while.
Mr. Billy?
Billy!
Over here. They got away. I was watching them just like you said, Patrick. Well, let me tell you, they was acting something pitiful.
You untied them.
Well, yeah, they gave me their word they'd behave, Patrick. Let me tell you, they're tricky.
Yeah. Where's your gun?
Well, it was when I was leaning over to untie one of them.
She lifted it.
Well, yeah, tricky, that's the word.
So they held your own gun on you and tied you up.
Yeah, but that May said she'd pull the trigger. Well, she sounded like she meant it.
If word of this ever got around, Billy the Kid. Where's your horse?
Doggone it, you know where my horse is.
They admired it, huh? Well, I guess I'll be able to pick up their trail.
I got a gun and a horse of mine. I'm coming along.
Yeah? On what? They're not saddle broke. You'll hold me up riding them bare. Besides, Fletch will be wanting his buckboard.
Well, we'll leave it here. We pick it up later. I'm going after him. I have to walk.
All right, Billy.
All right, you want up the road. Trail's getting hard to make out this kind of country.
You've ridden this area plenty. Any idea where they might be headed? Someplace where they could hide a whole bunch of horses?
Well, if I was stealing horses, Blackfish Canyon'd be the place. Good grazing up there for a few cattle. Shack up there nearby. No one goes up there anymore. What's the matter?
It was a mighty quick answer. You wouldn't have thought of that before, would you?
Well, Pat, you asked me a question, I give you an answer, you try to hang me for it. What?
We'll ride as close as we can, and then we'll walk. Likely in the shack.
We can cut her off. Wait. They got some guns, Patrick. What if they start shooting at us? They won't.
Jill, run! Get away!
Get after that one, Billy.
All right, you can touch bottom me. Okay, right here. Now you get your friend. Come on, I know more of that stuff. We're going back to the cabin.
You ain't gonna get me back there.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not. What are you doing? You!
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, but I think you ought to learn to act like a lady. Are you ready to go?
Uh-huh.
All right. Got mine.
There's nothing between here and the shack for cover. I had to wait till you got back. Keep firing over that window. Keep her away from it until I get a chance to get to the shack.
Spanking you gave that girl, she'll rot her in line. You know, if the judge lets him off easy, she's gonna remember that for a long time. You know what I've been thinking about, Patrick? If more of these young'uns got something like that, it'd cause a lot less trouble.
When was the last time it happened to you, Billy?
Me? Patrick, I don't... Why?
Well, you were the one who let these two get loose.
I think Mr. Tundle will expect me back to the ranch, Patrick. I think it's a little late for that, don't you, Patrick?
I hope it isn't, Billy. All right, come on, you two. We've got business inside.
Got 'em locked up all right, eh?
Uh-huh. Well,
I'm glad you didn't have no trouble getting 'em here. You know, I can't tell what them hellions is gonna pull next. Say, Sheriff, you think the judge is gonna let 'em off kind of easy like, eh?
well, he's the toughest judge in this part of the country.
He is, huh? Well, Sheriff, now them gals ain't perfect, but... Oh, they've been doing most of the cooking and the chores, and, you know, I couldn't afford to pay nobody to do that sort of thing.
You could do it yourself.
I've been sick for a number of years. Sheriff, you can put in a word with the judge for him, huh?
I plan to. And he'll probably do what I recommend. And I'm going to recommend a lot of things. Like barring you from buying whiskey in this county. Like getting some decent clothes for those girls and charging you for them.
But I ain't getting no money, Sheriff.
Like letting you work on the county road to pay for them. McBean, you've got a new life in store for you. You're going to clean up that shack and give those girls a good home. You're going to become a decent, God-fearing, respectable citizen.
But you can't do this to me, Sheriff.
Would you care to know the jail sentence for neglecting children or letting children go astray?
Them two. They got me into this.
McBean, you're going to become a father. Good morning, Lieutenant.
There it is. Proof.
Not more than 40 proof if it's like the rest of the bar whiskey around here.
I'm not joking. One of my men found this just outside the Mescalero reservation. Oh, I know somebody's selling these savages whiskey. This sort of thing could inflame the whole frontier. I want it stopped.
Lieutenant, I wouldn't worry about the frontier. The Indian wars are a thing of the past. But let's get one thing straight. I was the one who told you last week those mescaleros were getting whiskey. You were the one who said it was absolutely impossible to smuggle it past your men.
It's against federal law to sell contraband to these savages. I want the man that's doing it arrested.
Fine. Fine. What's his name?
It's your responsibility to find that out, Sheriff.
Lieutenant, what do you think I've been trying to do for the past week?
I won't comment on your capabilities. I've only been stationed here for a month. But in the East, we know how to bring criminals to justice. I'll hold this as evidence.
Yeah, you do that. And if you lose that one, you'll find plenty more in any saloon in town. Drop that rifle. And drop it or I'll fire. You're drunk.
Me get blue coat.
You're lucky if that's what you were trying. You missed. Where did you get that whiskey?
McBean, good friend of Apache.
Even your own office isn't safe, Sheriff. I'll certainly put that in my report.
Lieutenant, you can take your report to wherever it goes. Meanwhile, give me a hand with Sam here. We'll put him in a cell. I'll question him when he sobers up.
You two stay right here. I'll take care of the buying. And stay away from him. I got a hard enough time keeping you two out of trouble. You hear me?
Yes, Pa.
Yes, Pa. Yes, Pa.
We shouldn't have brought it into town like this, May. What if Pa'd catch on? Don't worry. When we get to Split Fork, you keep Pa busy. I'll get the box off the wagon, and they can pick it up later. Yeah, but what about the money? Oh, those Indians are honest. They'll pay.
How you doing, Patrick?
Billy, I'm sorry. I've got business right now.
Afternoon, Sheriff.
Afternoon, girls. Your Pa inside? You been treating you girls all right lately?
Oh, Pa's a changed man since you had that talk with him, Sheriff. Hey, he fixed up our house and even bought us some dresses.
Girls, I want an honest answer. Has he been acting like he might be up to something?
Oh, no, Sheriff. Not Pa. You, sure used up plenty of supplies on Mr. Tundle's ranch.
Yeah, we got a pretty fair load here.
Why don't you ever come on by our place and see my sister and me? It's not far from Mr. Tundle's.
Maybe it's because you ain't never asked me. But then you gals cause enough trouble without me hanging around you.
May, we better get the wagon and get on home. Oh, yeah, well, come on by sometime, Billy. We run now, he's gonna know it's us. Yeah, but if we stay around here, he'll find the box. Billy, Pa's getting so many supplies today, we're not gonna have much room. Could you take something for us?
Like what?
Oh, just a box with, some bottles of vinegar.
Yeah, I can take it, make it late getting there. I gotta unload this stuff at Tundle's first, and I'll drive on out.
Oh, we wouldn't mind that. Oh, no, we could fix you supper.
All right. What you want? Boy, I'm gonna need supper after lugging this thing around.
many men that are gentlemen like you. Yeah, we sure is grateful. Them Indians will just have to wait till tomorrow. Yeah, but what if he opens the box?
Why, Sheriff, you fix it so I can't even buy a drink for myself in this county. Now, how would I get whiskey to sell to a pack of Indians?
McBean, you tell me how that Apache knew your name.
Could be an Apache name.
McBean, when that Indian sobers up, he's going to talk. That could be bad for you.
Every time anything happens in this county, you think me and my gals did it. Just 'cause they're high-spirited and well, done a few little pranks one time.
You call horse stealing a prank?
I almost forgot it was your horse they stole. Borrowed. You gals been up to any shenanigans?
Oh, no, Pa, not us.
You see, Sheriff, I'm just a poor old widower trying to be both Ma and Pa to them gals. You're gonna get the whole family a bad name accusing me of things like this. Why, you could ruin them gals' lives.
I'll try not to do that, Mr. McBean. And since you've got nothing to hide, you won't mind if I ride out to your place, have a look around?
Wait a minute, Sheriff. I know a man's right. You can't...
I could get a warrant.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
I'll get my horse, meet up with you on the road.
Well, get in. That's satisfied? You see, you've been all through the house and the barn, and you ain't found nothing incriminating. But you don't have to worry, Sheriff. I ain't gonna hold this again. You see, some folks they get themselves a lawyer and sue, but Sheriff, I just ain't that kind, Sheriff.
It's a nice-looking still you've got there.
Still?
Still.
Oh, that's still. I reckon you want me to confess, huh? Yeah, I've been making some for myself since you wouldn't let me buy any in the county, but I ain't been selling to them Indians. You believe that now, don't you, Sheriff? I better get me one of them lawyers.
You get around, don't you, Patrick?
What brings you out here, Billy?
Oh, he came to see me.
Yeah, that's right. Got that box for you.
Box?
Yeah, hold some vinegar out here for him. What's the matter? What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Vinegar.
Sure smells better than vinegar, don't it?
Good stuff.
All right, let's have it.
Have what?
I want a full admission from both of you.
You mean both of us?
Billy, it won't work. He's been making the stuff. You've been delivering it
Oh,
for
come
him.
on now. Don't drag me into this thing. I was doing a favor. Haul this box out here.
Billy, you'd be better off to admit it. You might get off easier.
What do you mean get off easier?
Selling whiskey to Indians carries a stiff term in a federal prison.
Prison?
Yeah.
Well, the way you've been carrying on, I just figured I needed a drink.
McBean, I've been trying to go easy on you, but evidence is evidence. The still was here on your property. You admit to using it. I just caught Billy with a case of illegal whiskey, again on your property.
Oh, come on now. Let
I'll
me...
deal with you later. How do you explain it?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Sheriff.
Oh, come on now. Let me tell you what happened here, Patrick. Them girls in town, they asked me to bring this box out here. I brought it out here, and that's all I know about this whole mess.
May and June.
That's right.
Sheriff, them gals. They was the ones that was brewing it. They've been acting mighty peculiar the last month or two.
Get him.
Yeah. Come on out, little girls. Your old daddy wants to have a little talk with you. Get back here. I want to have a talk with you. Oh, them ungrateful pups.
Oh, Patrick, looks like they stole your horse. Again.
I found him clear into town.
Did he put Pa in jail?
Yeah, and Billy, too. Boy, he was fussing up a storm. Oh, I heard the sheriff say they were the chief suspects.
Oh, do you think the sheriff meant what he said about prison?
Yeah, just for selling whiskey to some old Indians.
We've got to do something. It ain't fair to let Pa sit in jail just for something we did.
Maybe we ought to give ourselves up.
And go to prison, too? Huh, I'm sorry, but not that much.
Oh, I guess we shouldn't ought to done what we done.
We had to, June. I showed you what it said in that book I found. Gals like us just ain't never gonna get married less'n we get a trousseau.
Boy, it sure costs a lot of money for them frills and such.
Yeah, we'd have had it, too. Another few brews of whiskey.
It don't matter now. No fella's gonna look at us more'n once with a prison record.
Well, we ain't getting no record. And we ain't leaving Pa go to prison. I got an idea.
Your last idea landed Pa in the clink.
Come now, Sheriff. You have all the facts we need. One man owned the still, the other transported the whiskey.
Lieutenant, I told you I'd hold those two men for questioning, but I don't think they're guilty.
But you have the facts. In the Army, facts are... facts.
Oh.
Did you get a statement from that assassin?
Assassin?
The Apache. I'll remind you, he tried to kill me, Sheriff. Well, he'll stand trial for that.
No. No, Lieutenant. Not in this town.
You intend to let that potential murderer go free?
Oh, no, he'll be tried for being drunk and disturbing the peace. But assault, to convict him, you'd have to prove intent.
Well, his intent was plain enough.
But not his aim. Lieutenant, everybody in town knows that Apache couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. How he came so close to you is beyond me.
Very well. But since you've had no success in obtaining a confession from the two men you're holding, would you object to my questioning them?
Oh, not at all, Lieutenant. I'm just a county sheriff. It might be they're much too smart for me.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, Patrick.
Why, Billy, I'm just doing this for your own good. You know that.
You come to let me out, eh? Oh, it was them gals, Sheriff. You can take my word.
Gentlemen, this is Lieutenant Baxter. He'd like to question both of you.
Maybe you could help a poor old fella get out of this dungeon, huh? You know, I've been dealing with a hard kind of people here. Colonel.
Well, you may address me as Lieutenant. Boy, stand at attention.
Yes, sir.
On your feet. I'm addressing you.
You want to come in here and argue the point?
I'll deal with you later. Now, McBean, you've committed a grave offense. You understand that?
What's that?
This whiskey business.
Well, I told you I don't know nothing about it. Why, you get the ear trouble, Colonel.
Lieutenant.
Well, looks like you ought to be a colonel to me.
That takes time in the Army. I have hopes that... My rank is not in question here.
Bright young fella like you just can't sit around and grow potatoes in your ears.
Please, let's just forget about my rank and my ears.
It's up to you. I'm just trying to pass out a mite of wisdom. Like I was your very own daddy.
Why don't you just confess?
You're asking me to disgrace my family name.
If you told me that boy's part in this, I might be able to help your case.
You mean if I told you he done it all, that you'd let me out of here, eh?
McBean.
Of course not. Oh, that wouldn't be ethical.
I've finished with these men, Sheriff.
A couple of hard cases, eh, Colonel?
Lieutenant. You mentioned you plan to bring in 2 other suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Girls.
Uh-huh.
You feel they're part of this gang?
Could be, but they just might be the whole gang themselves.
Sheriff, those 2 men are as guilty as any men I've ever seen. You surely can't believe that ridiculous tale that 2 young girls, all by themselves, engaged in making and selling contraband.
Wait until you meet the girls.
Well, I can understand your feeling. I mean, after all, they did steal your horse. I don't even see you attempting to find the girls.
Lieutenant, you haven't given me time to get out of this office and try.
Good day, Sheriff.
Stop right there, mister. I don't want to shoot you, Mr. Garrett.
What is this? Who are they?
3 guesses.
We come to break Pa out of here. We don't want no trouble. But we'll shoot if we have to. You believe that, Mr. Garrett?
Yeah?
Put your guns down easy.
Why, surely this can't be serious.
Lieutenant, take my word for it. It is.
Now, girls, you have to understand that what you're doing is illegal. Now, if you'll just hand me your weapons, we'll deal with you fairly.
Won't be such a nice-looking fella with a hole between your eyes. Now drop your gun. The keys? I'll watch these 2. You run upstairs and unlock the door. We'll take them with us. Now move.
Now, maybe you're too young to realize the seriousness of selling whiskey to Indians, but you're old enough to know that what you're doing right now is wrong.
Well, we're sorry for what we did, Mr. Garrett. We didn't mean no harm. But we got no choice now.
Well, even if you get your pa loose and make a run for it, you know I'll have to come after you.
That doesn't mean you're going to catch us. Now move. Let Pa out. We ain't letting you down, Pa.
You hadn't ought to done this, gals.
Well, we didn't figure they'd blame you for what we done. Now hurry up and get dressed. All right, you 2 in there.
Kind of glad you put me in here now, Patrick, because I wouldn't have missed this for anything.
Billy, it looks like you aren't guilty on this whiskey business, but if you open your mouth in the next 2 minutes, I'll figure out enough charges against you to keep you in here until you are an old man.
Well, I know. I understand how you feel, Patrick. I'd feel the same way. Think that something like this can happen to the finest lawman this county's ever had. Shoot, boy, this story's going to spread like wildfire. They'll be talking about this in every town in the Southwest.
Billy?
Hurry up, Pa. We got to get out of here.
Now, hold on. We ain't going off and leaving Billy in here. He ain't done nothing.
Oh, we can let him out, too.
Well, I hate to run off and leave you here, Patrick.
We sure got to thank the gals for what they done for us.
Yeah, that's right, Big B. We got a lot to thank him for, don't we?
Hey, Pa, come on, Pa.
Now, I'm your daddy, and I'm doing this for your own good.
We don't want no prison record, Pa. No. Oh, Pa.
Come here. Listen, I've been thinking, I think we better go get something to eat, McBean, and talk this thing over before we let the sheriff loose here.
Have your fun, Billy.
Young man, I order you to open this door.
Blue coat.
Watch out, Sheriff. I'll handle him. I'll warn you, Indian. I was awarded a citation in hand-to-hand combat training.
Lieutenant, that won't be necessary. Billy, open that door. Sam, go on home.
Go,
Sam.
On at home.
You go on home too, Billy.
Oh, I was figuring on hanging around here, Patrick, watching the fun.
You've had your fun for today.
Well, you may be right at that. I got a little story to tell some folks I know. Might Too good to keep to myself.
Billy? Pa, you come in here. Pa.
Well, I asked the lieutenant to talk to them alone for a while.
Well, listen, you know how I felt about turning again McGill's, but I figured if I helped you out, maybe you'd do something for them.
Well, there's a federal offense involved. The lieutenant will have something to say about that. But I'll do what I can.
Yeah. Well, you see, the only reason they got in trouble was they just wanted to get married. And I figured them getting married would be a good thing for them. And, say, that Billy, he's single, and Sheriff, you're single too.
McBeans.
Just a thought. Maybe there wasn't what you had in mind. You know, they're a mite young, but they ain't exactly ugly.
You dry your tears. Sheriff, I think perhaps I agree with you.
Oh?
There's no need to bring these girls up for trial. They did return your horse, and they promised not to do this kind of thing anymore. You know, underneath all that rowdiness, they're really sweet young ladies. Yes, I mean ladies. You see, it just took someone like me to bring that quality out in them.
You like me, Alice, huh?
Well, I'd certainly have to say that now.
Which one you like best, Colonel?
Why don't you two talk that over while I get my work done? You know, Lieutenant, if you'd be willing to take on the responsibility, I'd be willing to parole those two young ladies to you until the hearing tomorrow.
Well, I'd certainly go along with that.
Done.
Ladies?
You've been a real gentleman going easy in McGill's. But they're gonna get what's coming to them the minute I get them home. I got me a switch. Only thing that keeps a woman in line. See, you ever get married, I'll get you one. Kind of token of friendship.
No, Mr. McBean, you take the wrong approach. You have to use kindness and understanding with the gentlers. No, girls! Wait! Why, those two...
Lieutenant, kindness and understanding?
But that's my horse!
Whoa! Now toast them down, Joe. We'll give you a hand.
Well, ain't you gonna give me a kiss?
Pardon me, ma'am?
Well, I always been one to jump in boots first. No sense in hanging back, acting like a dying sheep.
I don't think I understand, ma'am.
Huh, now look, you seen me and I seen you, and, well, you look fair to middling to me. Well, you're a mite lean, but I can fatten you up. Well, the way I figured, that about cinches the deal.
Deal?
You ain't dull-witted, are you? Well, now, you don't have to worry about a thing. I'll take care of all the arrangements myself. You got a parson in this here town?
Yes, ma'am. We got a parson around here.
Good. Well, listen, everybody, gather round. Got no friends of my own here, so I'm inviting all of you to my wedding. If I can round up a parson, this here gent and me's getting married today. You let let go of my arm before I whale you one. Now, don't be pushing me around. What's the matter with you?
We can talk better here away from the crowd.
Folks have just begun to enjoy things.
Billy, you stay out of this. Now, you see, there's been a mistake.
There ain't no mistake. Look, I already showed you this. Now, is that your likeness or ain't it?
Well, yes, it is, but...
Ain't you man enough to own up to your own shenanigans?
What shenanigans?
Lover boy.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, Hannah Blossom's my name, and you know that danged well. And if you think I traveled near 500 miles to have you trifle with my affections, you got another thing coming. Why'd you say you were sheriff here?
Let's start at the beginning.
We'll start right now. Now, I come here to get married, and we're getting married. Are you a friend of his? Cold feet about getting married, or is he always this stupid?
Well, ma'am, I reckon he's just shy, you know.
Oh, I'd have never figured that. The kind of things you've been saying in them letters.
Letters?
Are you sure about him not being stupid? He don't act all there.
Billy, you get on out of here until I get to the bottom of this.
No, boy. Now, you're staying right here. I ain't sure he's safe to be around.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll protect you in case he tries anything.
Maybe the shock's got something to do with it. Well, I reckon it's just more than you can believe now that the day has finally come. Well, I tell you, you're getting a real woman. I can work in the fields all day alongside of any man and still whip up 3 squares for a crew of 10. My late husband, bless him, he always said that I was stronger than any 2 horses he owned.
Sit down.
The things you wrote, I knew you for a man with good sense. You ain't wanting none of them frail shirkers that lazes around in the kitchen all day.
I don't know where you got my picture.
You starting that again?
Wait, don't move. Sit down. I never wrote you any letters of any kind. Is that clear?
I got 'em right here. Every last one of 'em. And they're pretty good, too. Oh, no, you don't. You're not destroying no evidence. They got a lawyer in this here town?
Oh, yeah, sure, yes, ma'am. We got 2.
Where they such a thing as breach of promise.
I just wanted to see the name on those letters.
It's your name like it's your picture.
And what is my name?
Don't you know?
Of course I know. That's not the point.
Maybe it's just as well I ain't marrying some fool that don't know his own name.
What name is on those letters?
Yours, Wilfred McBean.
Billy, what's my name?
Wilfred McBean.
Billy.
I'll see you in court.
My name is Pat F. Garrett. Anyone in town can tell you that, including this friend of mine. Now, Billy, you've had a lot of fun, but I've had enough. Tell her my name.
Well, he's...
Pat Garrett. There. Here. My name is on all these letters. Here, see for yourself. There.
The picture's you for sure.
Well, there must be some sort of mix-up. I lost that picture 2 months ago.
Somebody else sent it to me?
Yeah, that must be it.
Wilfred McBean. It sounds like a phony name.
No, ma'am, that's for real.
Well, maybe he thought he'd meet you before I did and have a chance to explain.
He wasn't hanging around when the stage came in, Patrick.
Yeah, but the trip took a day less than I figured. I wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow.
I am sorry I had this kind of a trick pulled on you. The next stage east doesn't come through here for a week, but I'll see that you have a nice place to stay.
Well, I ain't leaving just yet. This, McBean live far from here?
About 12, 14 miles out.
Well, I come here to get married, and the fact that he ain't much for looks. Well, I didn't come to marry the picture. It was the man that wrote them letters.
Well, if you want to meet him.
Of course I do.
Yeah, let's go.
I said I'd drive her, Billy. You've done enough harm for one day.
Well, if that's the way you want it, Patrick. It's been a real pleasure, Miss Blossom. Real pleasure.
Seems like Pa don't ever chop no wood no more.
Said he was feeling kind of sickly.
Yeah, he's always sick when there's work to be done.
Yeah. Well, that's going to change, though, just like I said.
I ain't so sure.
You just wait. It'll all turn out fine.
Yeah, but how are we gonna get Pa into town tomorrow?
I don't know yet, but we'll figure out a way.
Now, who'd be coming clear out here today?
Looks like a bill collector. Better tell Pa quick.
Hey, it's the sheriff.
Your Pa home, girls?
He didn't mention no girl. Oh, but that don't matter none. They appear to be fine girls, if they was scrubbed up.
May, June, this is Mrs. Hannah Blossom.
Howdy, girl. Well, your pa ain't long on ambition, is he, girls? Well, one thing I gotta say for 'em, they ain't chatterboxes.
We'll go on inside and see Pa.
She wasn't supposed to be here today.
Well, she's here.
Yeah, but what about Pa?
McBean. McBean, wake up.
Yeah, I guess. I was just getting ready to give you a hand, gals. Ooh. Well, morning, Sheriff.
It's afternoon, McBean. And you've got company.
Well, I didn't know you was just bringing a female with you.
You're Wilfred McBean?
Uh-huh.
Just gone to seed living alone, ain't you?
This is Hannah Blossom.
Well, you sure ain't much. But I come this far, and I ain't likely to find much better. I always figure a man's what a woman makes out of him.
Oh, it's the glass busted out of him about a year ago, and I've been meaning to fix him.
Well, they're too filthy to bother washing them. You can take these down and burn them. I brought some with me. And I won't have you lazying around on that bed in the middle of the day. Now get up! Well, we'll throw out most of this junk. It's about time you got some new furniture around here. There'll be no more of this.
Whoa, you stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? Will you leave that alone?
You better believe I know how to use this. I banged up 3 skillets on my first husband, bless him, breaking him of his bad habits.
Sheriff.
Now, Wilfred, he's got nothing to do with this. I accept your proposal and we'll ride into town and be married today.
Married?
Are you trying to back out, you four-flusher?
Didn't you ask her to come here and marry you?
Me? Her? Oh, no.
Well, I got your letters and you wasn't even man enough to send your own pictures.
I didn't write no letters. Sheriff, she's lying.
Why, you little wart, don't you call me no liar.
Hold on just a minute. Fighting won't solve anything. McBean, you answer a few questions for me. You've never written to this lady?
No, I... And I get the proof.
Proof?
I don't know how to write.
Then who used your picture and your name?
I think I've got a pretty good idea. Get out of the buggy, girls. I'll warn you, don't try to get away.
Yeah, yeah.
I've learned not to trust you two. Come on, ladies. Time to face the music. Come on.
We was hoping once you got here, you wouldn't mind Pa too much and you might even stay.
And that way we could learn all about sewing and fancy cooking and that such.
Didn't nobody ever learn you none of that?
We never knowed our own Ma. Pa, he don't know nothing much. And, well, with us planning to get married, we gotta know them things.
You getting married?
Not right away. Nobody ain't asked us yet.
But we gotta be ready, case they do.
And we didn't mean no harm sending them letters. Maybe if we could have met you first and explained to you about Pa, you wouldn't be so mad at us.
I ain't mad at you. But that old coot ain't done right by you. He ought to had himself a wife long afore now.
I think you'd be just a woman for him.
Besides, I reckon you're the only one that'd have him.
Well, there's something to that. I got no place else to go and no money to go there. Just seems like it ought to be my duty to help out around here.
I think it'll be good all around, Hannah. The girls in that park could sure use you. Only problem will be making him see that.
Now, you just leave that to me. He's got no say in the matter. Right, girls?
Got the team back, Sheriff. All hitched up. Reckon you want to head back to town, huh?
Not just yet, McBeans.
I'm sorry you was put to so much trouble, but maybe we ought to leave things just as they was. What's the matter with them, Sheriff?
The girls want Hannah to stay. They think you ought to marry her.
I ain't marrying nobody, and that includes that female mule skinner.
Now, you watch your language, you little pipsqueak. You don't have nothing to say about it. The girls and me have talked it over, and that is final.
I never heard of a man not having no say on getting married.
It's 3 against 1, McBean.
I don't care how many there
Do you more good than harm?
There ain't nobody gonna make me do something I ain't about to do.
Did you ever hear of breach of promise? Well, them letters I got propose marriage, and they're signed with your name.
I told you, Cole, I didn't write no letters.
Well, if the girls told the judge that you told them what to write. Now, there's times that a little white lie is just plain necessary.
Sheriff, they can't do this to me.
Well, it'll be hard to stop him.
Oh, you're on their side, huh? You're sticking together. Well, seeing as how you all think alike, maybe I'm being mulish. But, well, it was all so sudden like. Maybe I better take me a little walk and kind of think it over.
Well, now you just do all the thinking you want. It ain't changing nothing. I'll make you a good wife, and you're going to be a good husband and father to those girls if you die trying. Leave him be, Sheriff. It's been a hard blow to the man, but I'll make it up to him once he gets used to the ID.
Get up!
That sly old...
He'll be back. Once he remembers he can get hanged for horse stealing.
Help! Whoa! Help! Run away! Whoa! Help! Jane, get away from me.
Are you hurt, Brad?
No, that don't matter. help me set the buggy up. I gotta get going.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. McBean. Wait, you ain't no shape to... This team and buggy here came from the livery stable, didn't it? I saw Pat Garrett rent them just today.
Billy, you gotta help a poor old friend.
Did you steal this buggy from the sheriff?
Yeah. Billy, I gotta lay low for a few days. That woman, why, she even turned my own girls against me. And the sheriff run me right out of my own home. Even drove me to horse stealing.
You're a man, ain't you? I mean, that's your home down there. Yet it's time you stood on your own hind legs, McBean. Of course, I know the trouble is there's just been too many of them against you.
Oh, it sure is.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to take you back down there. I want to see him push you around, McBean, when the both of us stand together. Now, all you got to do is just act like I tell you to.
You think so, huh?
Sure, that's right. Now, come on, let's lift this buggy up here. Patrick, McBean's been hurt. Better give me a hand here. Found him in the road. Buggy had a wreck.
We take him inside.
Here, let me have.
No, I wouldn't touch him, ma'am. He may be dying.
Dying? Well, now you handle him careful like.
His head.
Well, there's nothing broken as far as I can tell.
You sure I can't help?
No, ma'am, I wouldn't. If I were you, fact of the matter is that it ain't so much the accident that's wrong with him. See, he talked with me just before he passed on, out. And, you might say he's dying because of you, ma'am.
Me?
Yes, ma'am. You heard Doc Penfield say how a man has to have a will to live, ain't you, Patrick?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, this whole idea of marriage, just seemed to take that away from him. That's what he said to me before he said, Billy, my friend, I just ain't got the will to live.
Gosh, it's gonna make him die.
Mrs. Blossom, we sure wanted you for our ma, but, well, we ain't wanting to lose our pawn.
Girls, I would have enjoyed mothering you, but I sure don't want no man to die from the thought of marrying me. Sheriff, would you drive me back into town, please?
Yes. As soon as I finish that supper you made.
Oh, we'll sit right down. There's plenty more cooking on the stove.
Come on, Billy. You wouldn't want to pass this up. I've never tasted food to beat it.
Thank you, Sheriff. And you girls make sure your pa's comfortable, then you join us.
Here we go, Billy. You might as well take Pa's place. I don't think he's going to be able to eat. Say, Hannah, I wonder if we could have another helping of those biscuits, eh? You know, out here in the West, Billy, a man gets mighty hungry at the end of the day, but these biscuits, they beat anything. They're so light and feathery, I had to load them down with butter just to keep them from floating off the table. Come on, eat up, Billy. Now, roast beef. Roast beef melts in your mouth.
Oh, now don't carry on so about the cooking. It's only what every woman ought to serve up.
Hannah, I never met a woman who could cook like this.
Well, I always figured a man ought to have victuals that he just can't help but eat. My first husband, bless him, used to brag on my baked chicken and dumplings with gravy.
And you're not leaving town until I have some of that.
You ready for your coffee?
Wouldn't miss it. What's that?
Well, I carry some with me. It's brandy. It's the only way to serve coffee to a man. Now, you remember that, girls, if you want to make good wives.
But I thought you were against that sort of thing.
Oh, just hard liquor, Sheriff. A man's got to have some spirits. It's good for the stomach.
Hannah, you sure know how to treat a man. I hope you can stay around long enough to pass some of that along to the girls.
We sure be thankful.
Yeah, Pa don't know nothing about them things.
Well, there's more to it than just cooking. It's up to a woman to see that her man's just taken care of. And you practice helping out your pa there, and, well, you'll learn quick enough.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
Well, there's just lots of times a man deserves to be waited on. Well, like your pa there. when he comes home at the end of the day, this house should be spanking clean and shining and... Well, now, he shouldn't ought to have to worry about things like washing dishes and chopping wood for the fireplace and feeding the chickens or slopping the hogs. Now, that's woman's work. And you ought to give him a fine, mouth-watering meal and let him sip his brandy and make sure that he's comfortable for the night. And, well, I remember a feather mattress I made for my first husband, bless him. It was as soft as a cloud. And, well, now, a man your pa's age ought to have one of them. Of course, if he prefers to go out with the boys for a night, now, you just encourage that. Well, it boils down to loving them and doing the right thing by him.
I think it's about time for us to be leaving. Let's go, Billy.
Now, you clean up good, girls.
Hey.
Wilfred!
Now, I ain't making no promises, but, well, maybe I do need me a wife, and oh, sure could do with some of them victuals.
You think McBeans ever really going to get married?
Who knows? At least it'll give Hannah a chance to stay around town a few days, meet some people. He'll probably find himself in competition once a few of these lonely ranchers meet her.
You know, that performance she gave for McBean, I'd call that kind of crooked for a lawman. Just don't ever decide to get me married.
Don't worry, Billy. How would I ever find anybody that'd have you?